Alright, what's up guys? I'm using YouTube now, so I'm gonna see how this goes. Actually, it's one of my first videos that I make specifically for YouTube. Alright, so if you want to see more of this face, subscribe or whatever, you know what I mean? Alright, so this video, what I want to talk about is how I got through project anxiety. Like, whenever, I first started talking to girls, like, because obviously we're not born into this, we're kind of, one day we're just heartbroken. Next thing you know, we want to talk to girls, and then, you're not too sure how to go about it. So I want to talk about what happened to me, like how I went through that, and how I first started. So I remember when I first started going out, I didn't really have nobody to go out with. I started living. I was on my own now. I didn't have my girlfriend no more, so it's whatever. But I knew, like, I did want to go try and talk to girls. Like, I really did. At first, I was like, dude, I'm just gonna go online, just pure online, and I went on some dates on there, and then I realized that I wasn't getting the girls that I wanted. Like, another thing is that I'm going on those dates. I realized that a lot of girls had a lot of entitlement. Like, they were really entitled, or they felt entitled, and I felt like, dude, I have way more accomplished than them. Like, I was more accomplished than these girls, and yet they felt entitled. And I didn't understand that. So, like, I was in the Marine Corps. I was going to school. I was, like, older, 25-ish. I had my own place. I think I had two cars. I had just bought my second car. Stuff like that. Like, I had a good job. And then, yet I had a 20-year-old girl, thinking like I wasn't enough for her or some shit. What I mean? And that made no sense to me. I was like, dude, really? She wasn't even all that good looking. And she was trying to use me. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, what is this? Like, it made no sense to me. And so I was like, dude, I need to learn how to talk to girls, because I need to be able to talk. If I see a girl I really like, I need to be able to make a move. I need to be able to talk to her, anytime I like a girl. So this is before I knew any organization, anybody. Like, nobody could really help me at the time. I was just trying to figure it out. Alright, so there was a club right down the street. It was called Drink Houston. It was about 10-15 minutes away from me. Alright, so I remember I'm like, dude, I'm gonna go. Friday I'm gonna go. It has like 4 or 5 different clubs inside, and Spanish, hip hop, karaoke. It had like a lot of, like, 4 or 5 different clubs in there. Man, it's closed now, so that kind of sucks. But if you know what I'm talking about, so I started going to that club. I was like, all right, dude, Friday I'm going. Yeah, so I went. I was like, dude, Friday I had one job. I was like, dude, I'm gonna go this Friday. I'm going. All right, I'm gonna go this Friday. And dude, I was like, dude, I think I bought clothes to wear. Yeah, I bought some clothes to wear. There used to be these polo shirts that I really like, and I bought like 3 or 4 different colors of that same shirt. And I'm like, all right, it looks good. I was like trying to look, fresh. I bought some pants. I was like, all right, cool. I think this is good. And I went to this club, and I really had no idea what to expect, and because I'm friendly, like, I was conversation, I was able to talk to some people, but I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I really had no clue. And I remember I went in there, and at first I was talking, and then once everything hit, I just got quiet, and then, I was just like, I was just really depressed. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on here? What's going on here? Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I can't. Because I was looking around, and they're like guys weren't. First of all, I did not go to clubs at all. I didn't know the club scene. Like, I really had no idea. And then I look around, and it looked like a bunch of guys look like they're not allowed to talk to girls. That's pretty much what I saw. I was like, dude, like, are we not allowed to talk to girls, or what? What's going on here? That's literally what I was thinking. I was like, so we're not allowed to talk to girls, or, how guys look at girls, but they don't talk to them. It's kind of like, don't talk to them, because I don't think we're not allowed to. And I saw that, and I was like, that kind of made me feel like very fearful. And I was like, fuck, I don't know what to do here. I remember, so I went through the whole night, and I didn't really talk to anybody. I might have talked to some black chicks. I don't know. I don't remember. But I just remember, like, I didn't do shit. So, that sucked. And then the next Friday, it was a routine for like a month or two. Like, every Friday or Saturday I would go. I would try to go either Friday or Saturday. I would go to that club. So the next time I went, I just said, dude, just talk to anybody. It doesn't even matter. So I started talking to a black girl. It was cool, had fun, whatever, just for a little bit. And you know, like, okay, well, I was trying to build it up. The one good thing I did about that second night, the one good thing that, I don't know how, but I did it. They were this super hot girl, dude. They were this super hot. Man, she was so fucking hot. And I told myself, dude, no matter what, go talk to her. All right. So it took me like 10 minutes to work up something to go talk to her. And I saw her, and it was like a 4-set, like she was like with 3 friends, but she was so fucking hot, dude. It was ridiculous. And yeah, so I remember I finally, for some reason, like, I just shook it off. You know, I remember like I was gonna throw up, and like you get like all these goosebumps, and then they finally go away, and then all of a sudden you feel more relaxed. And I told myself, like, dude, just get rejected, dude. Like, just go, just whatever, like, just take the pressure off. You know, and like, and then for some reason, like at 1 second, like I just released, and then I just went in, and you know, I just told her, hey, I wanted to say hi, what's up, what's her name? And she told me her name, you know, and then that's pretty much all I knew how to do. So I introduced myself, said hi, oh yeah, cool, and then yeah, and then I was like, all right, I'll see you later. So that was pretty much it. But I was so happy about that one time, though. I was like, I did it. That was, to this day, like, that girl was fucking hot, dude. That girl was hot as shit. Man, she was hot. Anyway, so that was one of my first. So I didn't really start getting decent until I started going out with the guys, you know, like, you know, they actually were doing it. You know, I saw how they did it, and I'm like, okay. And they were really aggressive. I met 2 dudes, they're really, like, just going in. You know, whether they were all starting out, but they had those balls. Like, they were going in. So just by seeing them, like, I started going in. I went in because I was scared that I was going to, you know, be the pussy one out of the group. So I had no choice but to go in, because they went, and I don't want them to look at me and be like, this, so you're not going? I was like, yeah. You know, I didn't want to prove myself bad, you know, so I started going with them. But then when I really, really started, like, hitting hard, you know, when I started hitting hard, there was one dude that would just approach everybody, dude. And, you know, I don't know if he was good or not or whatever, but he approached a lot of girls, dude. Like, he just jumped in. And then that dude ended up becoming one of my best friends, dude. Like, you know, I became real close with that dude. And every night, like, we would hold each other, like, dude, you coming out Friday? You coming out Saturday? You coming out? And then we started going out every night. Friday, Saturday. We went out every Friday and Saturday for the longest time. And then we were just, like, talking to girls the whole time. My game, it was shit, you know, my game was shit, but, you know, like, I was just happy I was approaching. So, you know, and I think the biggest thing to get rid of approach anxiety is really, for one, you got to jump into that first set. Like, you have to. You know, it's kind of like you have to go through that first set. You have to. You know, like, get that first one out the way. You know, once you get that first one out the way, you know, the second one's easier. And then once the second one's, you know, the third one's even easier. And then the fourth one's even easier than that. The fifth one's even easier than that. All right, so that's one of the biggest things that I learned. Yeah, and also another thing, like, I'm so used to going out by myself. Like, that's how I started. And I like just being with me, you know. I don't know, like, I'm very just comfortable being myself. But yeah, and also another thing that helped me out a lot was I just started talking to people every day. You know, I go to the store and I talk to people. You know, like, I go in and then when I talk to a girl, when I see a girl, like, I'll just, actually, no, I'm not that. I mean, I don't mean like I just talk to any girl, because, you know, I still have the anxiety. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm awesome or like the master or some shit, because I'm not. You know, for me, it's a process. Like, I have to work my way up to do it. You know, like, I can't just wake up in the morning and then just see a hot girl and then go talk to her. You know, I'm not like that. You know, I'm more like, I gotta be a process. Like, I gotta do my thing. Like, I gotta talk to a few and then just work my way in. So yeah, that's pretty much how I ended up doing it. You know, and the biggest things that I would do now is really not worry so much about approach anxiety, but just worry about when you do open, like, what are you gonna do? You know, like what's your next move? You know, because approach anxiety is one thing, but 95% of it is what's the next move after that. You know, so that's really what I think about it now. Like, it's more like just talk to a girl and then just see what's up. You know, like, it's not that big. Like, just see what's up. No, you might not even like her. She might not like you. You know, so I mean, just see what's up and try to take the pressure off yourself. Because some nights will be super easy for me. I have some real easy nights, but then again, I have some very hard nights. You know, like, an easy night for me is really when I feel like I'm not gonna get no results at all. Like I'm just like, dude, there's no way I can't. I suck today. I'm gonna suck. And then that night ends up being good. The nights where I feel like, you know, there's shit is when I'm like, tonight's the night, dude. Like it's gonna be the shit. I'm gonna be the shit. I'm gonna be awesome. Hell yeah. And then that ends up being like the shitty night because I too much pressure and too much expectations, and it's just nah. Yeah. But I had some real awesome nights, dude. I had nights where I want to say I had like 4 or 5 nights where I could open anybody in the bar, anybody, and that's really what drove me to do this shit like so much. I had one night I went to Escapade. It was '01. I was so scared, dude. Like I was looking at guys that were getting rejected like everywhere, and I'm like, these girls are fucking bitchy, dude. You know, like they were fucking bitchy. And then I was like, dude, I can't even open a girl. What the fuck's going on here? And then, so I'm like, you know what? Let's just have fun. Let's just focus on not the girl. Let's just focus on other shit. So I remember I picked up like little glow sticks and shit, and I started playing with glow sticks. I started just fucking around, and I started having fun. I started, you know, like passing out glows because they were on the floor. You know, like they were throwing them out, and they were just like, you know, like they were throwing out gallons of glow sticks, and then I would just pick them up and then just give them to girls, or just like I was being stupid, and by being stupid, I ended up like losing everything. Like, dude, all my anxiety, I lost. Like it just careless, dude. And then I approached like some of the hottest, like, dude, I approached like this tall girl who was just straight up bitchy, and I didn't give a fuck, dude. Like that shit, I was like, what the fuck? And then I approached this one girl and she rejected me, right? She looked at me like, the fuck? And then I said, hey! I pretty much yelled at like, hey. And then I started telling her, what's her name? So I yelled, hey! And she's like, whoa. And I'm like, what's her name? And she told me her name, like, what are you up to? Like, oh, here with my friend. You know, I don't know, like, I was just so fucking in the zone for some reason. But that took a while. It was a process. It took me like an hour to get into that zone. And so that was one of the times where I can just approach anybody, dude. Like, that night, I was just happy I approached that everybody. Another night was I was at Stampede. This is one of my early times where I had just watched something. It was called Pimp. You know, if you know it, you know what's up. But it said, just straight line, just go straight to the girl. Don't even think, just go straight to the girl. And I remember I got to the club and I just started talking to the girl. Like as soon as I got there, I just started talking to the girl. I remember one of my first opening lines was, because I noticed like a lot of girls took photos. So I was like, you know what? Next time I see a girl that's gonna take a photo, I'm gonna tell her, hey, can I take you want me to take your photo? And then so I saw these girls and like, hey, can I take? I started talking to them. I got her number and then we left. I don't know why the fuck I left. It was it was a hot girl, but she was with her bitchy friend. But it's whatever. But I opened that set and I'm like, dude. And then after that, like I opened like, I want to say like 15, 16, 17 sets, something like that. Dude, I was just like, man. But the thing is, like, I didn't know anything. Like, so like I was just opening. You know, like I was just trying to open, that's all. And I remember like I was able to open like a lot, dude. I was opening everybody. Like it was ridiculous. You know, like I was just like, dude, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So that was another time where I was just like so in the zone. I could open anybody. Another time was Whiskey River. This was, I forgot when, I want to say this was around Christmas. Alright, so a friend of mine, he was really good, and you know, he wanted to see what I have. And I told him, like, dude, I'm not as good as you think. You know, I'm like, and at first I was like just scared, you know, I was just like, actually no, I opened like a whole bunch of teachers outside. There were like 5 ladies outside, and I just started talking to them, and we're having fun, whatever. And yeah, I remember I was talking to all of them, we're just having fun, and then cool. And then so once went inside, I got in line, I think. I want to say I went inside, and then yeah, I was just like super loose after a while. I was just super, plus I had been to Whiskey River so many times that it was, you know, like I didn't have no anxiety going in, you know, it's kind of like whatever. And then I started talking to the girls. I built this momentum where I just started like skyrocketing. And then there was a moment where I was just open anybody, dude. Like I remember I opened like 5 really hot girls. I was like, dude, I remember this girl was at the bar, and I remember like this dude was right behind her, and I like put my hand over the dude to tap her shoulder like that, and like, hey, what's your name? And, like she was like, hey, what's up? My name is blah blah blah. And then it was actually her birthday or some shit, you know. And I don't know, I was just happy I opened. And I remember there's this other hot chick that she had like red hair or some shit. She was real good, man. Man, you see, like I opened these girls, but I didn't follow through. You know, I kind of fucked up. You know, because I was just opening them, like I was just talking to them. You know, I just started conversations with them, but I didn't really know what to do next. Or, I mean, I felt like I have an idea, but I didn't understand how to go about the process. You know, there are certain things that I just didn't understand. So I feel like I could have done a lot better, but you know, it happens. You know, that's what happens when you're just focused on opening. You're not really sure how to go about it. The rest, you're only sure about one thing, and that's opening. So yeah, that night, like I was just super on it, dude. Like I opened, I want to say like that place is kind of smaller, so like 10, 15 girls, I want to say, but man, like they were on it, dude. Like, man, I remember I opened this one girl, and then she told me she was married. And I'm like, fuck, she was so, dude, she was my type. That was the crazy thing. She was my type. She had like the curly hair, about a little shorter than me, dude. Man, dude, I was like, what the fuck, that girl, and she had some nice eyes, dude. She was like, man, dude. And I told her like, hey, man, like, you know, let's go. You're married, you know, but man, you're so fucking like awesome, you know. Like I looked at her like, damn, you know. But I remember that. Another time where I was really on it was oh man, there was this time where I was super on this shit. I could open anybody. I had just got fearless, you know. So I was trying to learn how to be fearless, and I was trying to learn how to like really get through the shit. And I'm afraid of roller coasters. I was afraid for like the first 25 years of my life. And that year, my goal was to get rid of that fear. So, you know, I figured out the system, how to get through that. And I want to say that Wednesday or that Friday or some shit. I was in Astroworld. It was like a Thursday maybe. I was at Astroworld, and I rode all the roller coasters like through fear. I just jumped in through fear. Man, like I was just like on the shit, like, you know. So when I got back and I went out, dude, like no fear, dude. I was like, no fear, dude. I talked to the hottest girls I've ever fucking talked to, dude. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Like I was like, dude, like these chicks were tall. They were like just super fucking hot, and I didn't give a fuck. And then everybody just looking at me like, damn, what the fuck. So I remember that was pretty damn. So one of the things I've been working on is how to get to that zone, just like that. Like how can I get into that zone, where I can just talk to anybody. I think it's called a free flow state, you know, or whatever. But I was trying to practice how to get through that more consistently, because man, I could open anybody at that time. When that happens, I could open anybody. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm working on that. I'm gonna be working on that. So yeah, dude, like that was my experience with approach anxiety. Like really just, you know, just finding your flow, you know, finding your routine to get into that zone. You want to get into a zone, you know, you kind of just want to get into it. And, you know, one of my biggest things is really, that I was telling myself is don't be so logical, you know. So like just move around, just be more random, be more, you know, you don't want to be thinking straight. You want to be thinking like really loopy and shit. You want to, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like this thing. So whenever I was at that club where I was picking up glow sticks, you know, like it doesn't make sense for me to be picking up glow sticks and, you know, like just waving it and shit and just acting retarded. Like it doesn't make no sense to be doing that shit. But because it didn't make no sense, my mind was just like free flowing it. And then after I did that, like I was just able to open, you know. I was just doing stupid shit. Oh, another reason, when I was at Whiskey River, the reason I was able to open so many girls there was because I stood in the middle of the dance floor, like just doing nothing. So everybody's looking, I just stood in the middle of the dance floor, just like, you know, just whatever. And then all the anxiety went away, and then I just able to open anybody. So that was one of the biggest things that helped me out a lot. So if you're not too sure, like, dude, stand in the middle of the dance floor and then just look and watch people stare at you, dude. Like, just watch everybody stare at you. And then, like, you're going to feel like the anxiety at first. You're like, oh, shit. And then you're going to feel like it easing down. And then once it eases down, you're like, cool. And then you start walking around and you just like, you know, it's kind of like you just got this, like, you just got all the anxiety out of you. Just like, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? And then you just feel like so, like, you just feel so, like, on it. I'm going to try it this weekend, probably. You know what? I'm going to try it this weekend. I might, if I don't have a date or anything. I'm going to try it this weekend. Definitely. But, yeah, man, go ahead. Try that shit. So try dance floor, middle dance floor. Just watch everybody look at you. You know, they're gonna look at you like you're weird or whatever. It's all good. And feel the anxiety come up, and then feel like you want to move. Like, fuck, everybody's looking at me. Do that, and then just stay there for about a good 4 or 5 minutes, and then just get off, and then you're all right, cool. And then talk to the first girl you see. You know. Sorry about that. Talk to the first girl you see. You know, and then just go from there. Once you talk to the first girl you see, talk to the next girl you see. The next one, don't think. Stop thinking. You know, you're already there. Stop thinking. Another way I went through it, I guess, it would be have a friend who actually does open a lot. Especially, like, the weird people, like, who will really, like, open just like, whoa, what the fuck? Because when you see somebody open, like, kind of like, you kind of get stifled yourself. You're like, oh, shit. And it's kind of like, oh, shit, he's about to die. What the fuck? Like, you tense up. You're like, he's about to die. He's trying to talk to that girl. He's about to die. And then you see, like, nothing bad happen. Like, nothing happens. And you're like, the fuck? And then also you get that little ego. You're like, man, dude, I'm way better than that dude. You know, like, I can do better than him because I'm way better. You know, if that girl would totally talk. She didn't dig him, but she would dig me because I'm 10 times cooler. You know, so that really helped me out a lot, too. Try that. Try that. Try talking to people. Try talking the whole time. Don't stop talking. Once you hit the club, don't stop talking. So if you're walking in, you're talking to the bouncer. Hey, what's up? How's it going, dude? Everything good? Cool. And then you see somebody else, talk to them. Hey, what's up? You know, you see a friend. Hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Don't stop talking. That's another one. You might need water for this one because your mouth dries up. But try that. And then if you have nobody to talk to, just start talking to yourself like, I'm good. Man, this club's good. Man, I like this music. This music's fucking on point. Hey, what's up? Like, just keep moving. If your mouth's moving, your brain's not thinking. That way you're ready to go. Like you want to turn this off. You know, this is what's fucking you over. So you want to talk. Like I said, you might need water because your mouth's gonna get dry. There's a lot of time where my mouth was completely dry. I almost lost my voice on a Friday, and I really wanted to go on a Saturday, and I was fucked. But have water for that. So that helped me out a lot too. Another one that helped me out was meditating. That helped me out a little bit. Meditation. It's kind of chill. It didn't put me in a huge state, but it helped a little bit. The biggest one that helps for me is really once you start opening girls, don't stop. Once you start opening girls, don't stop. Like, you open girls today, go out tomorrow and open a girl again, and then go out again and open another girl. Like, open a girl every fucking day, every day, and then it becomes who you are. Like, dude, I'm a dude that talks to girls every fucking day. I did this when I was working, you know, because we had a lot of new girls come in, and I would talk to them like, hey, what's up? What's your name? You know, and so I was meeting a new girl like every week or every day, like and then but I was really using them as warm ups because I'm not gonna date an employee. And then Saturday came or Friday, and I was ready to go in, you know. So you want to keep that, you want to make that part of you. Like, you open, you talk to girls, you want to make that part of you. So, you know, do that. Also, that's really what helps a lot. You know, like every day you're opening, every day you're going out, every day you're dealing with anxiety, and then eventually, like, you just, you know, that's a good one. Another thing that would help me was, dude, that's one of the main ones. Yeah. Another one that helped me out a lot too was, I opened this super hot girl. Like, dude, super hot. Man, me and these dude, we're playing this game where we're taking turns opening. All right. And then if you weren't open, like, dude, what are you doing? Open. Just open. Dude. And then, so it puts that pressure on you. So go with your friends and then tell them, like 2 or 3 or whatever, like, all right, whose turn is it? All right, your turn. Go open. You can't open until he opens. So he has to pass the line. He has to pass it. He has to pass the torch. So once he opens, like, all right, now it's my turn. Yeah. And you'll find yourself thinking, like, dude, okay, I'm next. Oh, fuck, I better find a set to open. And then once he opens, like, all right, your turn. Hey, what's up? What's your name? Hey, what's up? Yeah, blah, blah. All right, now it's your turn. But you're always looking, like, who to open. You're not looking who to avoid, or you're not bullshit. You're looking who to fucking open. And that's really what helped me out a lot too on that one. And that one dude that I opened, is super hot girl. She was in line, and she was just, wow. I was so amateur, dude, at the time. She was so fucking hot, dude. I was like, yeah, dude, like, she was so fucking, and I remember, like I just went up there, and I just, I went up, I think there were stairs or something, steps or something, and I went up like, hey, what's your name? And I forgot what she told me. She was actually real nice, and she was like, okay, and then, dude, she was so fucking hot. So you want to hit those spots where you can just open them, dude, like, really, like, it's fucking legit, so that's my experience with, approach anxiety, and how I got over it most of the times. Not permanently, but my goal is kind of like to get rid of it permanently, because I don't want to have this fucking anxiety. It's a limit. It's limiting me. So eventually I will come. But yeah, dude. So stay tuned for more videos. I'm gonna try to put some stuff out here, and this is my personal thing. Like, if you like it, cool. Yeah. Subscribe, whatever. See you on the next one.